Greetings, y'all. Greetings. Welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I'm your hostess and your melanated queen, Lo Foxy, aka Seventh Wonder. Today, I'm going to say, I don't know how the teachers do it, y'all. I don't know how they do it because these children are different today than they were many years ago. I must say that. The sense of entitlement, the attitude, the fact that they are so softened. Like, I remember telling our nephews, like when we were growing up, our mother used to make us wash the tub out before we got in the tub. Like, we had to clean the tub and stuff like that. And my sister was doing it at 7 years old. And I know I'm 3 years older than her. And I remember we were doing that in elementary school. And I think that a lot of these children don't even have a sense of responsibility, because when they're told to push their chairs in, or like they're leaving the classroom, they just leave stuff all over the floor, stuff all over the desk. I mean, it looks like a tornado, a natural disaster hit the classroom, y'all. So if they're doing that in the classroom, you can imagine what's going on at home. I don't know how teachers do it. I really don't know how teachers are doing it. So I commend the teachers that are out here that sacrifice each and every day for the children, y'all. You really have to have a heart of love for children and what you do to face this turmoil and chaos every single day. I think that teachers are underpaid, undervalued. I believe that wholeheartedly, because they make such an impact on the children. They are not only teachers, but they are disciplinary. They act as a parent. They act as a nurse. They act as a psychologist. They act as a coach. They act as a guidance counselor. They're not just teachers. They hold many different titles. And I just feel that, from my understanding, a lot of teachers are not compensated fairly. And that's not even including what they have to go through with meeting parents, or the lack of parental, like, inclusion. Like, a lot of parents don't want to be active in their children's lives. So if you schedule a parent-teacher conference, they might not even show up. They might not make it. Lack of accountability on the parents' part, definitely. I see so many parents in that long line every single day, dropping their children off. They come, pick their children up, and it's like, you get rid of your child for 8 hours a day, but what are you doing when they get home? Because a lot of you parents are not checking the children's homework. I can definitely tell that that's not happening, because we had a boy in 5th grade just now that did not know that the word I, meaning referring to himself, needs to be capitalized. He started the sentence off, I visit home, or the home I visit, but the I is lowercase. So even though this was an art class and he was labeling his artwork, I said, you're supposed to capitalize the I no matter what, right? He said, no, he didn't know that. I said, yes. But he went back and fixed it. So I commend him for that. Then there's the attitude. So for some reason, these children feel like they can be defiant. They don't have to listen. They can talk over you. You can talk and they will keep talking as if you're not saying anything to the class. They have a big lack of a big amount of disrespect going on with each other. Boys putting hands on girls, girls putting hands on boys, kicking, hitting, punching, acting, sneaking behavior when they think that no one's watching. And if this is 5th grade about to go to middle school, I don't know, but I tried to talk to them, because they're gonna be in a rude awakening when they get to 6th grade, because they're gonna be the youngest in the school, and they're gonna have the 7th and 8th graders over them. So I guess, a sense of attitude has kicked in, because they feel like they've gotten, through the first couple of years of school. But I think that some children do need to be in school because some people are not disciplining their children at home, and these children need some type of structure to understand how it's going to work when they get out into the real world, because they have gotten things very misconstrued, I must say. So y'all, so the teachers out there that are dealing with these students every single day, I commend y'all. And for the fact that we have what they call EC children now, exceptional children, these are children that have, autism and whatever behavioral issues. I feel like a lot of this is coming from injections. And if I were, a parent having a child come into this world in these times, I would forego the injections because it has been linked to causing some of these things. Now, I can't say much on this channel because you know how they feel about any type of MED information. So you do your research on your own, but find out, about rat poisoning. Find out about rat DNA being put into some of these things. Human DNA being put in some of these things. When people have aborted fetuses, what they do with those things, okay? So just do your research, y'all. So I did want to talk about that. And that's it, just to come. And one more thing I want to add. If there are any guys, any males, any real men out there who are thinking about working in the school system, I think that would be commendable, because what I find is that a lot of children respond differently to guys because they represent an authority figure. They respond differently to males. Like, they only need to come into the classroom, raise their voice a little bit, say it with some authority, and the children listen, and you don't hear a peep out of them. When it's a female, they feel like they can take advantage of. They look at women as like a maternal figure. This is like a mother and aunt. And especially because I look the way I look, I'm petite. I'm almost the same size as them. They think I'm very young. Some of them thought I was a teenager. So they will try you. They will test you. And nobody should have to endure that from first graders, kindergartners, second graders, third graders, fourth, fifth. So y'all, just think about if you had a set of 20 plus children, 20 to 30 children every single day for 8 hours a day. How would you feel? If you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're taking them and dropping them off every single day and getting rid of them, imagine the person that is dealing with your child, especially if they have unruly behavior. And that is basically the message that I wanted to convey today. Shout out to all the teachers, the good teachers that are out there, because there are a lot of you out there that go through so much when it comes from the students, the parents, the staff, the principals. You are under a tight curriculum. You have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. And also, I want to say this too. There are children that are violent. I know last year I heard about a student in kindergarten breaking a teacher's nose, I believe, and she was out for some time, 3 weeks. And I think that child had special needs. There was another child yesterday, the third graders told me about. He was out there at recess attacking the girls, punched one girl in the stomach. I didn't know anything about it. He must have done it while I was not looking. I was looking at the soccer game. And so these children are very sneaky, very, very sneaky, y'all. And, you scan the field, you scan here, you left and right. You can't catch everything. And they know this. So they crowded around me. Everybody's telling me their story about how this boy is, being mean to the girls, doing this and that. And then one of the girls said, yes, and he attacked a teacher. He broke a teacher's hand. And I'm like, he did what? And I'm baffled because I'm like, y'all actually allowed this boy to come back to the school. You actually allowed him to come back to the school and partake in school activities after being violent. Y'all, I can't believe it. I have to go. My phone is ringing. I will talk to y'all later. Continue to walk in your divinity. Stay blessed.